Do you feel like you can't find peace no matter how hard you try because you keep thinking too much? The famous samurai Miyamoto Musashi thought that real control starts in the mind. We'll learn about his timeless wisdom and powerful methods in the video that will help you quiet your mind, take back control, and be fully present in every moment. Step 1. Name your thoughts out loud. The fact that our brains get caught up in an invisible web of thoughts is one of the worst things about overthinking. Musashi thought that people should fight directly, both in battle and with themselves. When your thoughts are too much for you to handle, name them. Read them out loud or write them down. Being honest about them pushes you to deal with them instead of letting them grow in your mind. Picture yourself in the middle of a storm of worry. Say things like, "I'm worried about failing at work," or "I'm going over an old conversation," instead of letting it take over your mind. When you name your thoughts, you take away their power. See what you can't see with your eyes, Musashi once said. Instead of letting your thoughts run your life, you become an observer of it when you do this. When you talk about your feelings, you can step back and separate yourself from them. Being aware of this practice makes it easier to see when you are stuck in a loop. It's not about judging or stifling thoughts. It's about being aware of them without getting attached to them. Musashi taught that keeping things simple makes them clear. When your thoughts are jumbled, name each one to clear them up. This practice helps you stay in the present, which is where real peace is. Step 2. Touch something cold or warm. Musashi stressed how important it was to use the body to help the mind. A fighter needs to be fully present in battle, and one way to do that is to ground yourself in the real world. If your thoughts are getting out of hand, touch something cold or warm to change your attention. Touch is used in this easy but powerful technique to bring you back to the present moment. Put your hands on a warm mug, hold a cold glass of water, or splash cold water on your face. This sudden change in how you feel causes your mind to pay attention to what's going on right now instead of getting lost in thought. Musashi thought that controlling the body was the first step to controlling the mind. Don't do anything useless, he told them. This means getting rid of things that aren't important and focusing on what's real. Even though your thoughts aren't real, you can't deny that ice is cold or a flame is hot. By feeling these things, you stop thinking too much and come back to the real world. This method gets right to the point and works well to clear your mind. It helps you remember that you are more than just your thinking. You are a living, breathing being who can fully experience the world. Musashi's theory tells us to be flexible and get clear by using whatever we have handy. Step 3. Count backward from 100. If you overthink, your thoughts will keep coming back to you like a storm. Before you know it, you'll be stuck in a never-ending cycle of worry, regret, and doubt. The famous samurai Miyamoto Musashi knew how dangerous it is to have an unruly mind. He thought that to be truly masterful, one had to be able to control their thoughts, just like a fighter had to be able to control their sword. To break out of the loop of overthinking, count backwards from 100. It's easy and it works. It might look like this is too easy to work at first, but this method makes your brain work in a different way. Repeated thoughts and chaos are good for overthinking, but counting backward brings order and focus. You stay in the present moment when you count. Each number takes your mind off of other things that are bothering you. Musashi wrote, "To be fixed is to die, and to be fluid is to live." You can't change your mind when it's stuck on the same thoughts. Counting backwards pushes your mind to move forward, which breaks the fixation and clears your mind. It only takes a little focus to stop overthinking without making you stressed. Be careful and slowly count as you do it. Take a deep breath with each number to help your mind settle into a beat. If your mind tries to take you somewhere else, slowly bring yourself back to the count. Your mood will be better and more stable by the time you hit 0. It works because it takes your mind off of thinking and puts it on doing. Musashi said that doing things was the best way to clear your mind. He told them, "Take it one step at a time and walk the 1,000-mile road." The same way, each number you count is a step toward peace of mind. If you feel like you can't handle it, start counting backwards from a smaller number, like 50 or 20. Keeping your mind busy with a planned task will help you stop thinking about bad things. This easy habit can help you get back in charge of your thinking and calm your mind over time. Step 4. Describe the present moment in detail. Miyamoto Musashi thought that being more aware was the key to real control. You have to be able to see everything with your mind as well as your eyes. To find peace in normal life, you need to be this aware all the time, not just in battle. When you have too many thoughts, you need to bring them back to the present. The best way to do this is to give a detailed account of your surroundings. Stop and take a deep breath when you find yourself thinking too much. Write down what you see, hear, and feel as you look around. Write it down or say it out loud. As an example, the table has a soft glow from the sunlight coming in through the window. I can hear the hum of cars outside. The room has a light coffee smell and the air smells clean. The desk makes my hands feel warm. In this way, you push your mind to deal with the real world instead of staying stuck in vague ideas. Do not let the mind be dragged along by the body, nor the body be dragged along by the mind, Musashi wrote. That is, don't let your mind wander, bring it back to the present moment. The more specific you are, the better this process works. Don't say, I see a tree. Instead, say, I see a tall oak tree with dark green leaves that is swaying gently in the wind. At this level of observation, you have to pay full attention so your mind can't move. Musashi thought that keeping things simple was important. See with your mind what your eyes can't see. This means putting aside things that aren't important and focused on what is. Writing about the present moment helps you see the world as it really is, without fear, worry, or sorrow. It does this by making you clear-headed and present. By doing this over and over, you build a sharp mind that is grounded in truth. No longer are you trapped by your thoughts. You are in charge of your awareness. Step 5. Tense and release your muscles. A tense body often shows a restless mind. When your mind is racing, your body holds stress in the form of tense shoulders, a clenched jaw, or stiff hands. The famous warrior Miyamoto Musashi knew that the mind and body are deeply connected. He thought that to be truly masterful, you had to be able to handle both. Learning to let go of physical tightness also lets go of mental stress that isn't necessary. This lets you be fully present and at peace. The gradual muscle relaxation method is one of the best ways to do this. Focusing on tensing and then relaxing each muscle group for a few seconds is an easy but effective way to work out. Start with your toes. Squeeze them hard, hold for 5 seconds, and then let go. As you go up, start with your legs and work your way up to your face. As you let go, picture your worry melting away, making your body lighter and your mind clearer. In the Book of 5 Rings, Musashi said, "Let your body rule, and your mind will follow." The fighters he trained learned to stay calm even when things got tough in battle. When a fighter is physically tense, they respond more slowly and their mind gets cloudy from stress. But a fighter who stayed calm and fluid would be able to move precisely and clearly. In daily life, the same rule applies. Letting go of physical stress helps you focus again. This exercise can also help you stop thinking too much. It can feel hard to get out of a loop when your mind is stuck in it. Giving your attention to your body, on the other hand, brings you into the present. You are no longer thinking about the past or the future. You are in the present moment, letting go of stress with each breath. Do this whenever you feel stressed. Take a big breath, tense up, and then let go. Every time you let go, tell yourself, I am here. I am in charge. You can train yourself to find peace even when things are going badly by following Musashi's advice. Step 6. Do a 5-minute task. It can feel hard to get out of a loop of overthinking. Your mind keeps going around in circles, thinking about, worried about, and reliving the same things over and over. In these situations, doing something, even if it's just a little, can help you get back in charge. The famous warrior Miyamoto Musashi knew how important it was to move and be disciplined. He thought that movement could get rid of doubt and that a warrior should never let their mind or body stay still. Doing a short, 5-minute job is one of the easiest and most effective ways to stop thinking too much and start being present. Pick something quick and easy, like making your bed, folding clothes, organizing your desk, or even taking out the trash. What's important is the act of doing, not the job itself. Step by step, walk the 1,000-mile road, Musashi said one time. Small, well-thought-out acts are what make progress possible. If your mind is too full to think, don't try to stop thinking. Instead, use that energy to move. Doing a 5-minute job gives your mind something real to focus on, which breaks you out of your thoughts' endless loop and brings you back to the present. Pay close attention to every part of the job as you do it. When you wash dishes, pay attention to how the water feels, the plate's texture, and your hands moving. Pay attention to the things you touch and how they feel as you clean up your desk. When you give a job your full attention, you move from thinking to doing, which lets your mind naturally settle down. Musashi stressed how important it was to be disciplined and present in everything you did. Being fully aware of even a small job can help you see things more clearly and feel at peace. You can overthink when you don't do anything, but once you do something, you break its hold. You will learn from this practice that you can always change your attention, take action, and find peace again, no matter how overwhelming your thoughts may seem. Step 7. Laugh at your thoughts. Miyamoto Musashi knew that how we see things changes what is real. A lot of the pain that comes from overthinking isn't from the thoughts themselves, but from how seriously we take them. Imagine that you could take away their power by making fun of them. When you have a thought that won't go away, step back and look at it from a different angle. What would this thought look like if it were a character in a comedy? The things that worry you are like a small, scared cartoon character running in circles. Imagine that the thing that makes you doubt yourself is dressed up or talking in a silly voice. All of a sudden, something that seemed impossible now seems silly. Musashi thought that a warrior should look at the world without any feelings getting in the way. Think little of yourself and much of the world, he wrote. This means that you shouldn't put too much weight on your inner battles. Thoughts will always be there, some good and some bad, but they don't make you who you are. You lose control of your thoughts when you laugh at them. It's also true that laughter changes the way our bodies work. Your brain releases endorphins when you laugh. These are chemicals that make you feel good and calm. Your muscles loosen up, your heart rate slows down, and your body becomes calmer on its own. What used to feel like a storm of bothersome thoughts is now just something you can notice and even enjoy. Musashi's lesson stress being able to change. A stiff mind is a mind that has lost the fight. In normal life, it's the same. When you care too much about your thoughts, they take over your life. You can get your power back, though, if you learn to look at them with fun and lightness. When your thought won't stop going, don't try to stop it. Instead, laugh at it. Know that most of your thoughts are just clouds in the sky that will pass. They won't follow you. Do not be scared of them. You can smile, let them go, and come back to the present moment without any stress.